Hey, Lito Lolo coming back down to earth here, and do women have it easier on Twitch? This one's gonna be controversial, guys. Before I get into it, I want to name 3 reasons on why I'm a feminist. 1, the WNBA should be compensated like they deserve. Hey, I'ma say it. The WNBA is way better than the NBA. There, I said it, okay? 2, the matriarchy isn't just a system, it's a way of life. 3, that boy's a cat, say he ain't home but I know where he at. Like, Betty blowing her back. Think about me cause he know that ass fat. Alright, I did my due diligence. Let's get into the video. Now I know a lot of misogynistic men are probably watching this because they are hoping that I'm going to go Stone Cold Steve Austin on these women, but that is not the case, my friends. If anything, this is what I observed through my research. Having said that, I do believe women, when it comes to building an audience as a small streamer, do have it easier than men. That is a fact. It is something that we have all experienced as small streamers, that when a woman who is conventionally attractive will receive a viewership because of their looks. Now on the contrary, if a woman who isn't conventionally attractive, or part of my manners, slightly overweight, they will not have as much success as the former. And if you disagree, you might be delusional like Jake Gyllenhaal from Donnie Darko, because if we just look at the statistical facts, if we look at the 0.1% of Twitch, we'll start to see an overall theme. If we exclude the VTubers, we'll start to see a pattern here that just starts to build momentum. And I'll keep showcasing them just so you could understand what I'm trying to say. Now, I'm not trying to shit on anybody. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to provide the facts. And also, this is a statistic for the vast majority. There will always be an outlier of any group. I mean, just look at Muggsy Bogues in the NBA. He's like 5'2" or 5'3". So there will always be an outlier. You know, if you provide me with a streamer that doesn't match the criteria of what I'm talking about, trust me, I could provide you with 10 more that do. As we can see, my friends, these women are conventionally attractive, moderately skinny, or have some sort of asset to show off. Now, this is in no way the streamer's fault. They are just capitalizing on the fortunate RNG they were given physically on this game that is life. So whose fault is it? Well, the viewers, the simps, the coomers, the people who are so whack-a-mole that they think they have a chance with their favorite streamer that they set their car on fire. More on that later. But in the meantime, there is more that a woman needs in order to make it on Twitch. Just like any streamer, what more can they bring to the table? Do they have a vibrant personality? Are they kick-ass at video games? Or are they taking advantage of their assets? Which, hey, you gotta respect their game, because since the dawn of time, all men want to do is bust a nut. With every streamer, there's always a gimmick or a brand that they have to follow, and in order to grow as a creator, they have to establish themselves in order to stand out. You can't just be attractive and play the same game for weeks that you're not really good at and expect a viewership. Now, for those individuals who do have an audience and do exactly that, I guarantee you, if you look at their Instagram, if you look at their TikTok, they would already have an established audience on those other platforms in order to provide them with the redeeming factor of being ass at the game that they're playing. Not only that, my friends, but one of the most important factors of making it big as a streamer are the connections you have in the industry. Just look at anybody who is a part of the OTV and Friends group after the Among Us era. On top of that, it is a lucky D&D die roll of hitting a perfect 20 when it comes to your content being noticed that will skyrocket you to the top of the hierarchy. Now, this is for every streamer, but since we're prioritizing women, examples of this: Extra Emily meeting Miskiv, Pokimane being the face of Fortnite for all women, elevating her to become one of the biggest woman representations of Twitch. But let's take an examination of Pokimane's close friend, Valkyrae, who was a streamer of the year for 2021, and what exactly were the steps that took her there. So, as Valkyrae said on numerous occasions, that she already had a small following on Instagram before she started streaming, which provided her with a small audience already when she started to stream. Now, because of the streamer myth, remember him? She decided to put all of her energy and focus into becoming a Fortnite streamer, which then grew her a massive audience, which then grew her closer to Pokemon, which then grew her closer to offline TV. So whenever Fortnite started to decline, she started to play more games with, the offline TV and friends group. Games that consisted of Minecraft, Valorant, Animal Crossing, right before the big boom of Among Us. Now that was a blow up that she needed in order to establish herself as one of the biggest streamers for the next year and a half. Now, was it solely because of her looks? No. Although that did have a part in it, it was because of the brand and gimmick she took on during that time frame as being one of the 4 amigops, including 3 other content creators as well, including the fact that she was just consistent. She provided the content that her viewers wanted, on top of just being a very chaotic and sociable personality. But it wasn't just overnight. This took persistence. This took years. And just being at the right place, right time, which is basically the story for pretty much every streamer since the birth of Twitch. I mean, if we just look at NMP LOL, so does carried his career until he was able to sustain himself with the help of his Viking of a wife, Milena.
Bro!
So do women have it easier on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let's take a look at the statistics. Out of the top 100 streamers in the last 30 days, how many do you think are women, excluding VTubers? Only 2. One of them being Madison Beer, who was already famous before her debut on Twitch. The other one being Jenny TTY. Only 2. Now, based off those statistics alone, my friends, do you guys think that women have it easier on Twitch? What if I include the constant harassment they have to go through and random people setting their cars on fire just because they wouldn't date them, or the stalkers that they have outside of stream?
Almost every girl, actually I don't think there's one girl streamer who's defined on this platform that hasn't had a stalker or someone threatening to kill them.
As Pokimane said, the inability to voice their opinion because they're scared of the backlash that would happen if they do so.
The way that people treat me deters any other woman in this space from genuinely talking about their honest opinions.
They are constantly being sexualized, hated, as indicated by the 2 comments I had in my Pokimane video, which was nothing but hateful and provided no constructive criticism whatsoever. How they sometimes have to hide their significant other in order to not lose a percentage of their viewership, and since they are aware that their looks are a part of their brand, they are afraid to not wear any makeup because of the negativity that they receive if they do so.
She basically said, she was like, but I'm way too scared to stream without makeup because I saw what people did to you. And I was like, that's so fucking sad.
Now, XQC had a rebuttal to this.
I see by ratio more male creators getting shit on for their looks with the most edited baldness, scuffness, garbage by their own viewers than I see it to female creators.
But this only emphasizes that both men and women on Twitch, although in great positions to be in, are constantly being shit on by their chat for their takes, for their looks, for them just being alive from what it seems. So, to end this off, do women have it easier on Twitch? No. No, they don't. Anyways, that's all from me. I'm off to another dimension. See ya.
What the fuck? Clara! Hold on. Clara, give me 1 second. Clara.